Tenney, Chapter 4, Lillian Street Senior Center. In Thursday, the Jamboree Committee visited the Lillian Street Senior Center for the first time. As the center director showed us around, he pointed through a window at a spacious, sprawling green lawn lined with trees. "We're planning to build a stage out there," he told us, "and arrange the food and craft stalls around it. We should string lights across too," said Holiday Hayes. "Good idea," said Miss Carter. "We'll figure out more of the details later. But now it's time to get seniors involved," she said. The center director smiled and nodded. "Having the jamboree here will help our seniors stay actively involved in the community," he said. They hardly contained their excitement about this event. "Each of you needs to find a senior to be partner with, said Miss Carter. "Spend more time getting to know each other and then ask your partner how they'd like to be involved with the jamboree. Ideally, you will be partners at the event too." We headed into the main activity room. Older people were sitting at tables and on couches, reading, chatting, and playing board games. For a moment, we looked at one another awkwardly. I suddenly felt a little shy. What could I possibly have in common with someone my grandmother's age? "Come on, ye all, have it," Miss Carter said. Jaya immediately stepped forward and approached a man wearing rainbow suspenders. Following her lead, the rest of us spread across the room. Holiday marched up to a woman in a pink jumpsuit and matching lipstick. I started toward an older man with kind eyes and booty, but one of my classmates reached him first. In a blink, it seemed as if all the seniors had partners. Finally, I spotted a woman with a messy gray hair huddled in a deep chair in the corner of the room, frowning as she peered out the window. She didn't look friendly, but she was my only choice. "Excuse me, ma'am," I said. I approached. The woman glanced at me with watery blue eyes. I greeted her, but I didn't barely even gotten out the word jamboree before she turned toward a window again. "I think it will be a lot of fun," I said. "So would you be my partner?" "I suppose," replied so sorely that you'd think I was asking her to eat boiled okra. "Great," I said, pasting on a smile. "I'm Tenney, what's your name?" She hesitated as she was trying to decide whether she should trust me. "Portia," she said finally. "Okay," I said. What do you like to do for fun?" "Backgammon and general thinking," she retorted. General thinking and backgammon didn't seem like good activities for jamboree stalls. I couldn't think of what to say next, though though so we just sat there. I glanced around. Everyone else was chatting easily with their senior partners. I decided I wasn't going to give up on mine just yet. "We're doing bake sale." "Do you bake?" I asked. Portia shook her head. "I like eating, duh," she said with a small smile. Encouraged, I kept asking questions. Portia mostly gave one-word answers and seemed far away as she was thinking about something more important. When it was time to go, I said goodbye to Portia and followed the other members of the Jamboree Committee toward the entrance of the senior center. When I glanced back, I was surprised to see Portia looking directly at me with a curious expression. I waved head, she gave a slow way back. The jamboree is going to be super fun, Jaya said as we walked home. She told me about her senior partner, the rainbow suspenders man. His name was Frank, and he used to work at a newspaper. Together, they'd come up with the idea of having a black printing booth at the jamboree. Frank knows someone who lent us a portable printing press, she said with a skip. I'm going to design a limited edition jamboree poster. Then at the event, we'll show people how to print them. Sounds cool, I said, and Frank sounds really great. Jaya's enthusiasm made me wish Portia and I had connected like she had with Frank. How did it go with your partner, Tenney? She asked, almost up she was reading my mind. Okay, I said, but I'm only really sure that Portia likes talking to me. She just needs to get to know you. Jaya said, hooking her arm with mine. Maybe next time you should try to figure out what you two have in common like Frank and I did. Good idea. Relieved to have a plan. That night, after dinner, dishes and homework, I finally had time to work on my music. I grabbed my guitar and my songwriting journal and headed to the backyard. The air was crisp as Waylon followed me down the porch steps to my favorite spot to ride, a soft patch of grass next to his doghouse under the white oak tree. I sat down and took a big breath. During dinner, my new melody had been bouncing around my head. No, I wanted to focus. I flipped through my journal to the page where I'd been brainstorming lyrics for the song. Aubrey calls my journal a diary, which bugs me. She says it like I just write about boys and other drama and draw hearts and butterflies everywhere. They are few doodles, but mostly I write down song ideas. Anyone looking as it would probably just see a scribbled mess of words and chord progressions. But to me, the pages are a collection of puzzle pieces, each one waiting for the moment when I can fit it into a song. I stared down at my lyrics brainstorm. So far, I had clusters of words and the start of two lines. This song's for you, my love. You watch over me from above. I wrinkled my nose. From above sounded weird, like my love was on the roof or something, or was dead. That definitely not what I wanted to say. I need a word that rhymes with love, I thought. Who looks like a sweet white dove? No way, I thought, frowning. Whose arms fit me like a glove? Who gives me a big shove? Ugh, no. And who was my love anyway? I squeezed my eyes shut with frustration. No matter how much I loved my melody, I couldn't come up with lyrics until I'd figure out what it was about. I opened my eyes, moth danced around the porch light. Inside the lit kitchen, I could see my parents talking. Maybe I should ask mom or dad for some ideas. I thought they're practically experts when it comes to songwriting. Unfortunately, they have the same rule about songwriting that they do. With homework, I can't ask them for help until I finish my on my own. If I told Dad I was having problems with a song now, he just give me his crooked smile and quote his favorite line of Ulysses by Alfred Lord Tennyson, the poet I was named after. To strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield, he'd say. Songwriting's hard, but this is a song by Tennyson Evangeline Grant. That means something your music, your voice, that means your words. If I asked mom, I knew she would remind me that I'm still trying to find my voice. The best songs come from people who who dig deep to figure out how they feel and then write about it. She always says, nobody can do that for you but you. The sound of the creaking screen door interrupted my thoughts. I glanced up and saw that Mom was on the porch. Time for bed, dreamy, she said. Mom always calls me dreamy when I'm songwriting because I black out everything around me and get lost in the musical world inside my head. I glanced down at my journal. I was so tired that the words on the page were blurring together. I sighed and hopped up. There's always tomorrow, Mom said as I came up the porch steps. No song was built in a day.
Like, share, and subscribe.